they're just like, get in the car, you know. We didn't like have a pushback about getting in the car because we're in the middle of nowhere. At this point, we don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. We honestly didn't even think about calling 911 at this moment or anything. It was all a blur.
Now, did you have on long nails that night?
I did. My nails were broken off.
Okay.
That was during your
with
fight
the
with Tory?
altercation with Tory,
Okay.
correct. So now we get in the vehicle. Quan gets back in the driver's side. Tory gets in the, now replaces Megan's seat. So he's in the front passenger. Megan gets in where I was sitting, which is now behind Tory. And now I'm behind Quan.
How is Megan looking at this point? Is she crying? Is she upset? Is she scared? Anything? Can you tell?
Megan I was screaming. I was tripping. I was having a panic attacks. Megan honestly was very calm. And that's what made me think that they had a conversation in the driveway where I don't know. Okay. That's my assumption. But she wasn't in distraught. I was in distraught more than her, you know, sorry, that just upsets me.
It's okay.
That's okay.
You know, I can get tissue, or if you need a break, just let me know, okay? Let me see if I can get some. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Kelsey, it's all right. It's all right, Kelsey. Kelsey over here crying, so we gonna take a minute, you know, so she can get herself together. But girl, it's a sad day. How y'all doing? What's going on? What you just heard, DJ, stop the beat for a second. What you just heard was Kelsey, Megan's ex-best friend. And she's giving a full-blown testimony of what happened that night, going to Kylie Jenner's house. And at that moment where I just played it, they were getting back in the car. She said, Tory Lanez, oh my God. He put paws on her, grabbing her by her head, the neck, everything. It was horrible. And after he had the pow, and let me tell you, I've heard the pow. I heard it with my own ears, and it was horrific. Not one pow, not two pows, not three pows, but 5 pow. Now, when the first pow go off, oh my God, what did I do? You know, stop the pow. But for him to continue on pound, come on now. You have no respect for yourself, no respect for the area, the neighborhood, no respect for Megan Thee Stallion, no respect for black women. And it shows. And it's so sad. So we're going to play it from the top. Before I get into that, hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? What's going on, party crashers? What's up, y'all? Haven't been on this thing in a minute, and I need a bottle of water. Where my water at? Can I get some water? Okay. DJ, stop the beat. How you guys doing? Can I please beg for y'all? Please like this video. Please like this video. We are begging for likes. So on this audio video, I will be playing the audio, and I got this from StreetTV YouTube channel. Shout out StreetTV. So what I will be doing, I'll be playing the audio, but I'll be looking at the comments, and if I see any comments that make me stop and say something, I will. And I might stop and go, but I try my best not to stop a lot, you know. I'm going to try to let it play. But I ask y'all to please like this video. We begging for like. I thought it was Rock Nation. No, that's a forced agenda, Lulu. They have this false narrative out here, you know. The community is always pushing agendas, and the agenda is to blame Rock Nation on everything. But you know what? We're dealing with human beings. We're dealing with adults. You have to be responsible. You was begging to get with Rock Nation. Wasn't Tory Lanez begging to be with Rock Nation? You ain't, but they devilish now. You ain't think they was devilish before you was begging to get over there. You went to the Rock Nation party. So save the baloney and phony bull crap. Okay? Be responsible and accountable for what you did. Want to talk about everybody else but your damn... Ooh, I said I was not going to cuss. I'm going to try my best not to cuss that much. What do you got to do? Yeah, I'm praying for Meg. But from what Kelsey is saying, she talks about Kylie Jenner, everybody. From what Kelsey was saying, it seemed like Megan Thee Stallion, initially, she was going to be quiet about this situation. And Kelsey didn't understand that. She was like, what type of time are you on, girl? He just put pause on me. He popped you. We need to call the cops. Kelsey was about reporting, as she should. But how she explained it, it seems that Megan Thee Stallion, she was on a different time. She was going to be quiet about this. She was going to cover it up. And I just wonder what type of mentality she got going on where you covering up. I know people do it in the hood. Okay? I've seen people get their behinds whooped day in and day out and never call the cops on their boyfriend. I've seen it. So I know it goes on. It's not nothing far-fetched that she was going to cover up for Tory Lanez. Is it far-fetched from y'all? Comment if you know or if you heard of so many black girls covering up for their baby daddy, their boyfriend, or their husband that put pause on them. Press 1 if you heard or if you know of people that do not call the cops on a boyfriend, husband, baby daddy that put pause on them. Press 1. Press 4 if you feel like, oh my God, that is so unheard of. You know, once somebody put pause on you, I've never heard of nobody stand with them after the fact they put pause on them. It don't make sense to a lot of people, but it's very common. Okay? So we can squash that in the bud. Okay? Let me stop because you know I love to talk, and let's give a big old thank you. And I will interrupt for some donations. Okay? Let's give a big old thank you to Tara donating $3. I appreciate that. So let's play the audio. You guys ready? We're gonna take it from the to the top. Again, I got this tea from StreetTV.
Okay, it's September 14th, 2022. It's 11:30 in the morning. This is Deputy District Attorney Alexander Bott. I'm here with Deputy District Attorney Kathy Taw and DA Investigator Jody Little. We're here to interview witness Kelsey Harris in case BA 490599. Ms. Harris is accompanied by her spouse, Mr. Darren. And sir, could you go ahead and say your full name?
Darren Smith.
And
spell your name for me, please, Darren.
Darien, last name Smith.
and then we also have two individuals appearing by speakerphone. And could you folks just state your name for the recording?
Dominic Kelton, Don Worley with McDonald Worley.
If y'all
Great,
don't
thank you
speak
so
up,
much.
I will ask them to spell their names, if not now, then later.
You're listening to
because
Street
it wasn't
TV.
quite clear
I
to
can
me
get
for the
the
second
spelling.
person. Okay, thank you.
All right.
So we're here to talk about the events that occurred back in July of 2020, July 12th, 2020. And can I call you Kelsey?
Yes.
Kelsey, why don't we just start with how did you come to know Meg and Pete?
We met in college. We attended Prairie View University together, and that's where we established our relationship.
So how long have you known her at the time of the incident in July of 2020? How many years do you think?
I would say roughly around 6 to 7 years.
And how would you describe the nature of your relationship? Were you friends? Were you work associates?
Yes, we were friends, and of course, as she grew into her career as an artist, I came along as a assistant or a team player, best friend.
And how long did you work with her as an assistant, would you say?
From 20. I don't know the exact years, but maybe late 2018 or early 2019 up until the incident.
Okay.
And what were you and Megan doing out in Los Angeles on July 12th, 2020?
I actually had returned back to Los Angeles. I had came back from Houston after coming over the coronavirus. She had told me to come back. We were shooting a music video to WAP with Cardi B that week, so that is why we were back in LA.
Okay. And
I want to make a
So she gonna make a correction, and you guys remember that song WAP, right? That give me that wet kitty cat with Cardi B. That's what she was. That's the during the time.
correction. We went back to LA after we were staying in New York for a little while filming. Once the pandemic broke out, we were supposed to travel overseas. Overseas got closed down, so we ended up relocating to LA.
Now, when you say relocate,
No, she was not in WAP, but you remember Kylie Jenner, she was in WAP, so that's why Megan and Kylie was hanging out, because they made, I guess, a friendship during the WAP video, remember? But Kelsey, she works for Megan Thee Stallion. She's her assistant, so she's going to be around Megan Thee Stallion all the time, and that's why y'all got to separate this. Well, shit, I'll do what you want to do. But some people say having your family or friends work for you could be a disaster. But let's continue on. And let's give a big old thank you to Danny, donating $5 for the collection plate. Thank you, Danny. We appreciate that.
was the plan that you were going to temporarily be staying in LA for a period of time?
Correct.
Okay. And what was the plan as far as how long you were going to be staying there?
Until the pandemic was, over, until everybody was back free to continue on with their, lives.
Were you guys staying together or in separate?
We were together. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as far as this particular night, was there any event or anything going on?
There was no event, so we had actually got invited by Kylie Jenner to come over to her home. To hang out. It wasn't like a party invitation. So we made plans to do that. So we just went and attended Kylie's invitation.
And then going to Tory Lanez, how long did you know him for before this whole thing happened?
We actually had met earlier 2020.
And when you say we, I guess I should probably, when you say we, are you referring to both of you and Meg met him around the same time?
Correct.
Okay.
Early 2020, we attended a brunch, a Rock Nation brunch, and that's where we all met.
Okay. And then what would you say was the relationship with Tory, between you, Meg, and Tory, up until that night at least?
Everything was okay. There was no issues.
You're listening
the
to
relationship
StreetTV.
between me and Tory, it was one of those situations you flirt. This is somebody that Megan wanted me to, I guess have an involvement with. I ended up catching the virus. Actually, I went back to Houston. Her lease was up with her apartment. Got her apartment situated, caught the virus, and I stayed there. And I guess between that time, Megan and Tory became close. I don't know what the relationship was, but, they were with each other often, and that was that.
Okay.
And then you came back out and met back up with them in California.
Correct.
How long would you say you were back out in California before this night in July?
Less than a week. If not a week, less than a week.
Were you staying with Meg at the time?
That's correct.
Okay. And then that night you said you guys got an invitation.
So at this point, this is what everybody was talking about. Oh my God, Megan, you're such a bad friend. You hooked Kelsey and Tory up, but then Kelsey got sick, and then you went and was talking to Tory. Okay, that was some hoe ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And Megan in her songs, maybe she a whore. That's what whores do. What do you? Oh, I should not. My mouth's so filthy. Oh, help me, Lord. Help me with my mouth. But anyway, that has nothing to do with the pow that Tory Lanez did towards Megan Thee Stallion. That has everything to do with Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey friendship dynamic, you know. So stealing somebody's man or going around your friend that she talked to is not a crime. All right, so let's continue on.
From Kylie.
We didn't get the invitation that night. We received the invitation at the music video,
Okay.
which I believe that was maybe 2 days prior to the July 12th, or maybe a day prior to. And so, yeah.
So, did you go to Kylie's house with Meg?
Correct. She asked me to come with her.
Okay. Who else besides you and Meg went to Kylie's house?
In our party, our group, it was me, Megan, and her stylist, EJ King.
Okay. And then, do you remember about what time you got there?
I want to say around 6, 7 p.m. I believe that's the time we finally got there.
Okay. And so once you got there, what was everyone doing?
So once we got there, it was, I want to say maybe 6 people that Kylie already had present. Megan volunteered to cook nachos, and so she actually began to cook nachos, and we were all outside just interacting, and then we began to play beer pong.
Oh, there's a pool outside too, right?
There's a pool.
Okay. So you guys were all hanging out. You said Kylie had maybe about 6 or so people there already at the house?
Correct.
Do you know who any of those people were?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know them until that night.
Oh, I see. Okay. Were any of them Tory, though, at the time you arrived?
No.
Okay. Who were the other 6 people, if you remember?
So her 3 best friends, I believe one, his name was Faye or Phi. Well, the other guy, I can't remember his name. There was a female friend of hers, Kris Jenner's husband or boyfriend, Odell Beckham, and Odell Beckham's friend. Actually, 9 people, and then a guy by the name of, what's his name? Their sons to a celebrity was 2, so 9 people.
Okay. So everyone's hanging out. Sounds like everyone's having fun. People were drinking?
Yes.
Okay. And then what goes on as the night carries on?
So, we were playing beer pong, having a great time. Played, she has a basketball court out there also. We played basketball. Megan was cooking. She came out, and she was just like, oh, y'all are having fun without me. And we were like, well, come join us, And so she joined us. We were all enjoying ourselves. Of course, we ended up into the pool, having fun, enjoying ourselves from there. Everybody's still having fun, drinking, consuming alcohol. And then that's kind of when the night just began to, I guess, go left a little.
Okay. And when you say go left, what do you mean?
So it was a point of time where I lost my conscience, and due to the alcohol consumption.
Do you know? I mean, it's hard to say because you're losing consciousness, but do you remember about what time it was?
We weren't following with the time, honestly. We weren't following up with the time. We were having a great time.
Did you get a sense of how long you'd probably at least been there before you started, maybe kind of losing out on?
I would say about maybe 10, 11, somewhere around there.
Okay.
I'll say that. That's not, I don't know how accurate that is.
Okay.
So by the time I came back to my senses, Tory's now here, but everybody's gone. Everybody's gone, and so now it's just me, Megan, Tory, EJ. This point, I'm not aware of why it's not holding up correctly.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
I'm
went
sorry.
inside and
I made a mistake and pressed a button. I made a mistake and pressed the button, y'all. But it definitely seemed like Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey, y'all overstayed y'all welcome. When everybody leave the party, Meg Thee Stallion, you have to leave too, Corey left, Odell Beckham left. That was your time to leave, nigga. Why is she staying so long? What's wrong with her? Okay, just overstaying her welcome. You're doing too much, Meg at Kylie house. Okay? But let me try to find out. But comment, let us know. Do you think she overstaying a welcome staying so long? Even if Kelsey say, oh, you can, Kylie say you can stay longer. Just say, nah, you go where everybody else. Do not be the last person to leave, y'all. And that's the same thing with a club. When the club let out, baby, I'm leaving probably like 30 minutes before the club let out. I'm not about to be at the end of the club outside lallygagging. Hell no. Or be in that traffic trying to get out. Oh, no. But let's go.
I said, Megan, like, let's go. She didn't even know her wig was coming off. And I said, your wig. So that was like, no, come back. I heard that, but Tory was going between.
Get a sense of how long you've probably at least been there before you started, maybe kind of losing out on.
I would say about maybe 10, 11, somewhere around there. Okay. I'll say that. That's not, I don't know how accurate that is. So by the time I came back to my senses, Tory's now here, but everybody's gone. Everybody's gone.
Okay, Tory is there and everybody is gone. Ain't that weird? And who called Tory? Megan Thee Stallion didn't call Tory. Why did she call? Meg, why you call him? Girl, I don't know why she called him. Maybe she was feeling lonely. What? That's a question I want to know. And listen, Tory done pop Meg. I'm on her side. Don't get it confused. But at the same time, to me, she did some crazy stuff that night. Why would you call that man? Everybody gone. You don't do that to nobody's house. Invite that a nigga over at that. But I guess maybe she was in love with this nigga. That's what I'm thinking. Do y'all think Megan Thee Stallion was in love with Tory? Or infatuated? I don't know what she saw in his ass. I don't know. Maybe tall girls like short niggas. Is that what it is? Press 3 if you feel like she was in love with Tory or infatuated with him. Press 5 if she was just bored. Did she want to get some? Megan, what you planning on doing to do at the house? Girl, you know your friend Kelsey there too. What was you thinking, girl? What the fuck? Oh, God, what kind of juice they had in that punch? Okay, I don't know what in the world. What in the world? Let me continue on.
And so now it's just me, Megan, Tory, EJ, the stylist, and Kylie, of course.
You have listening to StreetTV. What time it was when you came to?
No, again, I wasn't following up with the time. But
you were like awake and lucid when Tory showed up?
When Tory, I wasn't there, like I didn't know when Tory showed up. I can't tell you what time Tory showed up. To my knowledge, Megan called a few people on FaceTime and asked him to come over.
When you kind of came to, though, you saw him there, how were you feeling there at that point?
I was aware.
Okay.
I was okay.
Okay.
So now we're still in the pool. It's Kylie, Tory, and Megan. They're kind of in like an area. I'm actually in the hot tub at this point. I believe that was a hot tub. I can't remember if that was a hot tub or just a smaller pool she has. EJ is sitting. She has like a cabana style setup. Mm-hmm. He's sitting over there on his phone. So we're all just kind of just minding our business. You can hear at the end of the pool, Megan is just like laughing uncontrollably.
All right, so I just want to confirm here. They said in the comment section, no, Megan Thee Stallion was not in love with Tory. She was trauma bonding because you guys know she lost her mom, right? And she was going through so much. She was drunk and she was just trauma bonding. So she called the person that she trauma bonded the most with, which was Tory. Okay, that's what they said in the comment section, and I want to make them mad, But that's their thing, I don't know if I 100% agree with that, but let's play.
And it wasn't normal. I never heard her laugh like this, so you can kind of tell something was wrong. Tory did call for my name, and I acted like I didn't hear it. And Megan, Megan was like, no, come back. I heard that, but Tory was going between Megan and Kylie. And EJ said, Kelsey, it's time to go. Like, let's go. It's getting late. The alcohol consumption, it's time to go. So I said, okay, I told Megan, hey, let's go. And she didn't want to leave. So I just went upstairs. I was going to go pack our suitcases because Kylie had, when we got there, Kylie led us to a room where we can change and hang out and sleep or whatever. So I went upstairs to pack our suitcases. They were already packed. EJ had packed them. So I put my, it's like a pajama set on. It's a top and a bottom. So I put my set on. I came back downstairs. I loaded EJ's vehicle, who we rode with. I loaded his vehicle with our suitcases. And, at that point, I went back in. She wasn't ready to go. So me and EJ stayed outside. I sat inside of the car with Tory's security.
Do you know that guy's name?
Quan.
Okay.
Quan.
Now, he was security. Was he also basically Tory's driver, too?
Tory's security driver friend, kind of just playing all of the roles, right.
Did you know him before this date, Quan?
I honestly had never met Quan.
Okay, that was the first time you
That was my first time meeting Quan.
Did you know, was he local to LA or did he travel with Tory? Do you know?
I know he didn't travel with Tory because, like I said, that was my first time meeting
Okay.
him. I don't know when Quan came in or how long they've been acquainted, or he was just there for that night.
Donna, the reason why they had a suitcase because they was going swimming. When you go swimming, you bring a change of clothes because your clothes going to get wet, right? So they wanted to change. It's because of swimming. That's why.
I can't tell you.
So he had a separate car.
Tory had a separate car.
And that's the car you got into?
That's the car I got into. I sat in the front seat. Quan sat in his driver's seat. And I was actually on FaceTime with my sister, and we were talking, and, just kind of one of those things like, girl, I can't believe we're here. We used to watch this growing up.
Yeah.
So, we're talking regular talk. And then so EJ.
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but I agree. Like I said, I agree. Meg, you should have left. Okay? Everybody telling you EJ was right at this point when he said, let's go. Let's go. Everybody telling her ass, let's go, let's go, let's go.
It says, Kelsey, tell Megan it's time to go. Her wig is coming off of her head. So at that point, it's like, okay, no, we have to go because her appearance isn't, it's not holding up correctly.
Yeah.
So I went inside and I said, Megan, let's go. She didn't even know her wig was coming off. And I said, your wig. So that made her come on and get up out the pool. So Tory stayed in with Kylie. So we come outside. This time, we're making our plans to leave. I guess at some point she tells EJ, no, Tory's taking us home. So they transferred the luggage from EJ's car to Tory's car. And so once they did that, Megan jumped in the front seat. Now Quan's driving.
Okay, why? Why didn't EJ? No, you should leave with a party you came with. I don't like that. They're talking about they got their stuff from EJ car to Tory car. No. You came with EJ, you leave with EJ. And that's how it should go. Okay? That's just how I believe. But comment, let us know what do y'all think about that.
And I'm in the back seat behind Megan.
And EJ just drives off in his own car, right?
Not just yet.
Okay.
So I want to be clear and make sure I'm not losing my. Okay, so once we do that, okay, Megan, she tells Quan to get Tory, it's time to go. So Quan goes in to grab Tory. We stay in the car. Tory comes out and he's like, no, take them home. His demeanor was, he didn't want to get in the car. Why? I don't know.
Tory didn't want to get in the
Tory
car.
didn't want to get in the car.
Did he seem upset at all?
It wasn't that he was upset. I think he wasn't upset. He just he did not want to get in the car. He didn't want to get in the car.
All right, so you heard that. Tory did not want to get in the car. He was not upset, but he didn't want to be around Megan Thee Stallion. He didn't want to be around Kelsey. He was not excited to be with Kelsey or Megan Thee Stallion, but Megan Thee Stallion was excited to be around him that night. That's why she invited him ass over. But it seemed like Tory had a more interest in getting to know Kylie. Okay?
Like I said, at that point, I'm not aware of why. So anyways, we leave. So Tory stays at the house with Kylie. It's me, Quan, and Megan. So we leave. EJ follows out behind us. He goes home because there's no reason for him to follow.
I don't blame EJ for going home. Do y'all blame EJ for going home? You know, at first I was harsh on EJ, you know, because I think he just do too much and he want all that goddamn pink and shit. But anyway, it sounds like he have common sense. You know, he went home. I would have went home too. I'm not about to be around this foolishness. We already know it's some dark energy in the area. You know, Megan Thee Stallion laughing, evil laughing. And Tory, and you know how niggas are when they drunk. You know how niggas operate. You know it's about to be some crap. Nah, I'm leaving too. Hell, peace.
He's gone.
If EJ would have stayed there, hell, EJ could have got popped. You don't think? Do y'all think Tory wouldn't be afraid to pop EJ? Huh? Comment, let us know. If EJ would have stayed there that night, could have been Tory could have popped EJ for getting involved. We see what Tory did to August Astina. We see what Tory did to Prince. You know, Tory, he loved to put his paws on tall men that are somewhat got some femininity in them, right? Because Prince, they say he got some femininity in him. Who else? August Astina. They said that he got some femininity in him. And EJ, shit, you already know, okay? And they all tall. So Tory is not afraid of tall niggas. You know what I'm saying? Girl, he would have wore EJ ass out. Do you hear me? He would have wore him out if he tried to intervene. He sure would have. That wig would have snatched the hell off. And he could have messed around and took EJ out of there. EJ was good to leave because Tory could have. Man, please. So let's continue on.
So as we're leaving, Megan is still doing this laugh. I'm kind of just in the back seat, just like, I don't know, you know, just in the back seat. And then I guess she realizes that she had left a slipper, a Louis Vuitton slipper slide that she wears. And so she demanded Quan to take us back to Kylie's. And so we pull up to Kylie's house and everybody's kind of confused. Her security guards are outside, probably like 6 security guards.
Talking about Kylie's security guards?
Correct. And he calls to see if it's okay. We come back and they let us in. So once they let us in, Megan jumps out the vehicle. I stay in the vehicle. Quan follows behind Megan, so it's just me at this point.
Oh, Quan actually gets out of the car with Meg.
Right.
Okay.
So they're inside. It's for a little moment. Then immediately they rush out. Everybody rushes out.
Who's everybody? Okay.
Tory, Quan, Megan. Kylie, she comes out, but she stays on her porch or her door entry. So Megan jumps back in the front seat. Tory gets in the car, which is now he's behind Quan. He's behind the driver. I'm still behind the front passenger. And Megan says,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I do have another question. Why did Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey get in a car with Tory driver? Was this what I'm thinking? Shit, Meg, were you going to Tory place and you was just gonna wait till him to come? And you gonna lay up in this bed hoping that he gonna come and caress your ass at night? I don't know. Then she thought about it and she said, nah, I'm not leaving my man with Kylie. I know what she does to black men. I don't know. But at this part, they said, Kylie said, bitch, get your ass out. And it's sad that white woman had to really cuss her black ass out to get out of there because they overstayed their welcome. And you know that white woman, she tried to be nice. Kylie Jenner tried to be nice. Probably tried to give hints. And she said, nah, take your ghetto ass out. Get out! They said they was yelling at each other and carrying on just so ghetto. Kylie Jenner was having that bullshit. Okay, let's play.
She says, sorry, I gotta cuss. But she says, bitch. Kylie said, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And I was like, what? Like, why? And so Quan was like, they were in their
You're
argument.
listening to StreetTV.
I guess Tory and Meg.
I don't blame Kylie for telling their ass to get the hell out. Do y'all blame Kylie for kicking Megan Thee Stallion and Tory out? If you disrespecting my house and you guys are arguing in my house, that's disrespecting my house. You have no respect for me. Get out. Get out. I don't want that in my house. Get out. Do y'all blame Kylie for kicking them out? Press 1 if you blame her. Press 2 if you do not blame her for kicking people out that's arguing. You'll do the same thing. I know I would. But let's play.
And so what they were arguing about, I don't know. So it was kind of like, oh, okay. And now we're leaving.
And so Megan's in the front, Quan's driving, you're in the back seat behind Quan.
Megan.
Or behind Megan, and Tory's behind Quan.
Correct.
Okay.
So we're leaving. We're driving, going down the road. Megan is laughing still. It's like an uncontrollable laugh. And just out of curiosity, I want to know what's funny. So I'm like, what is funny? Like, what is going on? And Tory, that's when Tory butts in, and he's like, yeah, Megan, why don't you tell your best friend what's so funny? Why don't you tell her how fake you are?
Oh, girl, it's about to get juicy. And you know what? Somebody brought up a good point, and I want to point this out. Nicole Harris says she was Jordan Wood's close friend, talking about Megan Thee Stallion. You was. And it was weird. She was hanging with Kylie. My thoughts when news first hit. Nicole, you make it hard for me because now, because I don't like fake people. If you friends with me, I don't want you friends with my ops. People that's dogging me out and talking about me, why are you associating with them? Why are you over there lollygagging after I just told you how the girl did me wrong? And you supposed to be my friend, and now you over there he-heing her? She can't even get you out the house. Unless you're doing some undercover work, if you doing some undercover investigating, and you trying to get her ass back from me. But I don't think that was the case, okay? Because if you did, mission, it failed. Because she told your ass to get the hell out. So the Mission Impossible failed. I don't like that. But let's continue on.
And so I'm confused because this was random. And so I said, what? Like, what are you talking about? Going down the road, Megan is laughing still. It's like an uncontrollable laugh. And just out of curiosity, I want to know what's funny. So I'm like, what is funny? Like, what is going on? And Tory, that's when Tory butts in, and he's like, yeah, Megan, why don't you tell your best friend what's so funny? Why don't you tell her how fake you are? And so I'm confused because this was random. And so I said, what? Like, what are you talking about? And Megan's like, Kelsey, don't listen to him. He's just trying to make you mad. And so I'm like, what are you talking about? And next thing you know, the arguing, began with Tory and Megan. They're arguing, they're taking jabs at each other. He's calling her out her name. He's calling her, I've never heard him speak like this,
So the stuff he was saying.
I can't honestly recall verbatim. He was.
So at this point, he is really mad at Megan Thee Stallion. Now this supposed to be your boo. If this supposed to be your boo, why are you cussing her out like this? So it's clear to me that Tory did not have the same feelings that Megan had with Tory Lanez, in my opinion. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think that Tory Lanez was in love with Megan Thee Stallion? Press 1 if you feel like he was in love with her. Press 3 if you feel like he was playing her just like he played every other hoe. He ain't seen Megan but a hoe. That's all he saw her as a random hoe that he played with. He treated her just like he treated all the other hoes, you know? And I guess she thought she was special, or she wanted to be special, you know? Boy, oh boy. Man, oh man. And let's give a big old thank you to Nicole Harris donating $5. She says, I think Tory popped her. She wasn't even supposed to be there. And Travis had beef with Kylie. Why was Tory there? 5 for coffee. Come on, let's go 5 for coffee. I don't know. I think Kylie Jenner fake too. Kylie, why would you have a man that beef with your baby daddy? Kylie, that's fake. Girl, Kylie, couldn't be my baby daddy. If Meg was over my house and I know that boy that she invited over my house was Tory and he had beef with my baby daddy, I said, Meg, nah, cancel that. No, just out of respect for my baby daddy. Nope, we don't want to do no ops. See, y'all try to be friends with everybody. That's your problem. Trying to be friends with everybody. Everybody is not your friend. Every smile is not your friend. Y'all need to learn that. God, y'all act so lonely and just so desperate for friends. Picking any and everybody as friends and having any and everybody come over your house. But let's go before I start preaching.
Definitely calling her like bitches and hoes and so, you know, I stepped in and I said, you know, you're not going to talk to my friend like that, you know, like, I don't care what y'all going.
Come on, Kelsey. I know that's right. Kelsey said, nah, you're not going to talk to my friend like that. Tory over here calling her all types of bitches and hoes and disrespecting her. I'm sorry. At this point, I would have said, can you please pull over? Let me out. I cannot stand to be degraded. That's not normal for me. I ignore people in my comment section that disrespect me, that troll on me. That is not normal. And I would never want that to be normal where I can sit there and entertain people while they degrade me and talk about me. No, it would not happen on my watch. So why Megan felt the need to stay there and listen and all that, I don't know. But Kelsey said she stood up for her friend and she said, nah, Tory, remember y'all in his car. Y'all should have stayed y'all asses with EJ. Y'all should have stayed with EJ. Come on now. Oh no. What do y'all think about this?
Got going on, but you're not going to talk to her like that in front of me. So he got offended, and now me and him are arguing. And we're taking, you know, honestly, when I argue, I can say things that are hurtful too. So he was saying mean things, so I was saying mean things back to him. And
do you remember any of the exchange?
I'm about to get to what I do remember. He began to say, you know, I'm from, like, he just started like, I'm from Canada, like, basically, I guess insinuating that they're gangsters or something. I don't know. I'm from Canada, my nigga. Like, do you know? And I'm like, okay. And like, so, you know, now we're just going back and forth. It's like, I'm going back and forth with him. He's going back and forth with Megan. He said, my nigga, I'll shoot you. And so
He said that to you?
He said that to me.
What? So, oh my God. Stop the beat. Tory Lanez told Kelsey, B, I will pop you. And he means it too. I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't even be around a man that could vomit that out his mouth. That can say some crap like that. And to me, this is not the first time Tory have showed his aggression side, even though Kelsey said this is the first time seeing him like this. I don't know. Y'all got to have more discernment on these niggas. Tory is an evil man. He is a very evil man. I don't doubt that for a millisecond. But why are you guys entertaining these evil thugs That is the question. Why entertain these evil thugs and protect these evil after this, Meg, you still wanted to protect him? Why? All right, so let's continue on.
He reached, like he was going to grab something. He reached towards the middle console, but he never pulled anything out.
Now, can you describe the middle console on the car? There's like I assume like some type of flat cover or lid.
Correct.
And then when he reached towards it, you just saw what? His hand moving?
Yeah, it was just a motion that he reached. He never opened it or, so it was just a motion. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, and if you shoot me, then I guess it's my time to go. And if you shoot me, just know I have people who will ride behind me, in my support.
Nah, Kelsey. If you pop me, it's my time to go. What type of shit is that? Girl, these girls are lost. If you pop me, it's my time to go. I guess she was afraid to say, if you pop me, I'm calling the cops, okay? Because they said, when you tell these niggas about the cops, girl, it make them want to go yin-yang on your motherfucking ass, okay? Yin-yang in the name, okay? When you threaten these black kings and you say, I'm calling the cops, they go yin-yang, okay? Woo, woo. Yeah, honey, that get them real riled up, them cops. But I guess she couldn't say that, so she said, it's my time to go. Man, it's my time to get out this damn car. Tory, I don't got nothing to say to you. And he's really revealing his true nature. This is his true nature, an evil man. This is true. That's why he wanted to be in the hip-hop industry so bad. Hip-hop industry, all it does is promote dysfunction and evildoers. Oh, God. But let's play.
And he's like, he's just talking mess still. Him and Megan, me and him. So then Megan, I guess we're on Sunset Boulevard at this time. And Megan demands for, sorry, that's mine.
Your ring. Mine.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Megan demands for Quan to pull the vehicle over. So we pull over, and we're actually by a bus stop. Megan jumps out the vehicle. Tory follows behind her. Quan stays in. I stay in. Because it's just like we're in the middle of a road. Like, we're just arguing. This is, So Tory and Megan, they sit at the bus stop. They have, I don't know what conversation they had, a conversation, if any. But when they got back in the vehicle, it was calm. Tory then began to...
When they got back in the vehicle, do you remember where everyone was sitting?
Yes, sorry. Megan got back in the front seat. Tory got back in behind Quan, so behind the driver's seat. So it was calm. Everybody was calm. Tory then began to apologize to me. And he's just like, I'm sorry, Kelsey, you're just a real ass nigga, and I had to tell you. And I'm like, what?
An apology.
Right, and so I'm like... But he's saying it loud, and so Megan can hear this. So that kind of stirred her back up. So now they're arguing back together. At this point, it's uncontrollable. Can't stop it.
And do you remember anything at this point that was being said between them?
At this point, they're arguing about each other's artistry as a career as an artist. She's telling him like you're only this and that because you're on a remix with Jack Harlow. And he's telling her things about her career as an artist, which I can't remember what he was telling her, but they just started hitting each other with their career as an artist. So now we're at the final, the next stop where the incident occurs. And this time Tory demands Quan to let us out. He's like, let these hoes out, let these bitches out the car. This is my car. And so we're like, okay. Like,
let's stop it right there. It's sad. I never allow a man to put me out. I'm leaving before he put me out. Why do so many people wait until these niggas break up with you? Wait till these niggas throw you out of their house, throw you out of their car, and come on. You gotta have principle, values, standards. Where you're leaving and whatever he does, begging, it does nothing. You gotta stand on something. Y'all got in that car until he want to throw you hoes out. He already showed you how he cared about you. Girl, I couldn't. Let's continue to play. But I do not believe that Kelsey popped Megan Thee Stallion. Press 1 if you feel like Kelsey popped Megan Thee Stallion. Press 5 if you know in your heart that Kelsey did not pop Megan Thee Stallion. She don't even have it in her. I can tell it. I have discernment. I can sense these things a mile away. I can do it now. Kelsey did not pop her.
Okay, well, get out. So he pulled the car over, and everything here transpires. Megan jumps out of her seat, which is the front seat. I open up my door, which I'm behind Megan. And when you're getting out of a vehicle, you're not really just like looking at any direction. You're just kind of getting out the vehicle, you know? Especially, we didn't expect anything to happen next, so we're just getting out the vehicle. I get out of my side, and no sooner do you know, you start hearing gunshots going off. I look up about it was 5 gunshots. I look up maybe at the second and third gunshot. That's when I look up. You're listening to StreetTV. And you see Tory. He's now in the front.
And I can confirm it was 5 pows. Kelsey, she's absolutely telling the truth. When it comes to this statement, she is 100% accurate. They have the audio file of the pows, and it is 5. I heard it myself. It's on the internet, okay? It is on here. I've heard it. So all those people pushing the false narrative that, oh, it was no pops, it was just glass, all this fakery stuff, trying to free him. They don't want him to be held accountable. It's all baloney. It's all bullcrap, you know? Save it for your mama. We know the truth. The truth is exposed. Yeah. 5 pops? Come on now. If it was an accident, okay, 1 pop came off. Wouldn't that freak you out? Like, oh my God, what am I doing? Let me snap out of it. But to have 5 pops, he deserves to spend 22 years or more in that big house. Yes, he does. 5 pops? That's excessive. Why are you clicking it 5 times? Scaring somebody or not? Even pulling a pow out is excessive. It should never happen. Especially when this girl, you kicked them out. You said, hoes, get out my car. They get out your car. Now you want to follow them? Man, you meant to do this. This was, he knew what he was doing. He wanted them to get out, and he wanted to put harms on Meg Thee Stallion for saying what she said about his career. That's what it's all about, his ego and that career. That's what ticked him off. This is not about nobody sleeping with nobody. This is about she insulted his career, and that's his soul. I guess the music is his soul. That's how I feel about it. But make sure y'all like this video, because the likes, y'all sleeping on the likes. Can we please get some more likes up in here?
Seat. I guess he must have jumped over. It was very smooth transition because we didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. And he's leaning over. The door is open, and he's leaning over like the door window.
Which door? Is it the rear
right,
door?
the front right. So where Megan was sitting.
Okay, so his door's open. In the
driver's
side.
My door's open in the back, and the front door is open to where Megan got.
Okay, somebody said, I don't believe the pow was in the air. The pow was not in the air. That was the news articles. You know, we live in a generation where news, bloggers, YouTube, they spread misinformation. A lot of them are on agendas. So that's why they said he shot in the air. That man, Kelly's statement, whoever y'all talking about, he never said he popped in the air. He gave a demonstration what he thought he saw. And from that demonstration, bloggers took it and twisted it and ran with it because they wanted to make it seem like Tory was guilty. So you cannot believe all that you hear. And at the end of the day, Kelly is a man. Men are flawed. Okay? Men are flawed. Don't take everything.
Out the front right passenger
Both doors on the passenger side
are open. Correct. So
And is he shooting through the window or over the top of the door?
no, he's shooting over the top of the door. So
over the top of the door would be the rear passenger door.
the right
the
front
passenger.
Okay.
passenger. So again, as I said, he must have jumped, or I don't know how he did it because it was very small. I mean, very smooth. And he was leaning over the front passenger door, and you know he was shooting the gun.
Where were you standing at this point?
At this point, I'm standing kind of like my body's still like to the side behind the door, the rear passenger door. So I would say like my left side was the rear passenger, and my right side was kind of like this. Like this is the door, and I'm.
Are you still partially in the car at this point?
No, I'm out of the vehicle.
Okay.
I'm out of the vehicle. I'm just not around my door yet.
Yeah.
So
And do you know where's Megan?
So I was about to speak on Megan. So she was walking away when this happened, but by the third, fourth shot, and by the time I look up, she's facing towards us, and I've described it like a deer in headlights. I'm short. I'm 4'11". The vehicle is kind of a little raised up, higher than me, so I can't really see. I can only see from her chest up. That's all I can see. But the way Tory was angling the gun is kind of like, it wasn't like straight. It was like, down.
It was down in her direction? In Meg's
Definitely in her direction. In the air, definitely in her direction.
So you heard that. The pow was angled in her direction. It was in her direction. Neither, to say the less, he should have never had the pow out. Never. Never. He should have never had the pow out. And that's where he went wrong. I don't care. That pow should have never been out, should have never been angled at nobody, and should never been pulled. And for that alone, he did not care about his family. He did not care about his son. He didn't care about anything because he was reckless. He didn't care about the neighborhood. He didn't care about the black community. He didn't care about black women at that point. Save it. Now let's go on. And goddamn, Kelsey, she 4'11". Maybe tall people just like to be around short people. Maybe short people like to be around tall people. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. But Kelsey 4'11", Megan Thee Stallion 5'10", and they best friends. Ain't that cute? Girl, that sound like a damn TV show. That's so damn cute, tall and short, hanging out like best friends. Let's go on.
So at that point, we kind of were in shock,
Did you hear him say anything as he was shooting?
He did not say anything.
Okay.
There was no words at that point,
What was Quan doing? Could you tell?
I think everybody was in shock.
Okay, so he wasn't part of
even
it.
at this point right here, he wasn't part of this. What I'm about to get into next, I can't tell you guys where Tory pulled the gun from. Like I said, the motion when he first threatened me was middle console, but I don't know if that's where the gun was.
But you had said he referenced like shooting y'all earlier while you're in the car, right?
He threatened to shoot me.
As if he had a gun
Correct.
in his control somewhere.
Correct.
Okay.
And so after the shots rang, it was like I said, 5 shots. We kind of froze, and by the time I get back into I snapped. Megan had either crawled or walked or limped over to. She's in a driveway. She's in a driveway on the side of the driver's side. She's in a driveway. Tory sits down.
In the front passenger seat?
In the front passenger seat.
Okay.
He's sitting. I guess just kind of shocked also. So I run over to her. I immediately ran to her. She's the forefront of my thoughts. My job as a friend in general is just naturally is to protect my friend, protect. So now I'm in defense mode on the behalf of Megan. I ran to her. She's on the floor. I never looked at her feet. I never really just got.
Okay, so let's get this clear. After the pow, Kelsey was still a friend of Megan Thee Stallion. all that Tory was saying, because he did that purposely because he wanted to damage Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey friendship up. That's why he told Kelsey in the car that she's, they've been screwing around. He purposely did that because he wanted to destroy their friendship. But after that, after Megan was pow by him, she was still by her side. And y'all was so twisted enough. Y'all was so damn twisted enough because y'all wanted to get this black king to be free that y'all put a black woman on the cross, and y'all wanted to crucify this black woman, Kelsey, and say, well, she must have powed him. Lock her ass up. How evil and sick is that? And she had to go through all this, being tormented by both sides. How sick is that? That's the sick world we live in.
Look at her. I just know when I ran to her and she grabbed me, she had blood. So in my head, she had got shot because shots just went off and she's bleeding. That's what I think. So I see Tory coming around the vehicle. It's dark, lights are flat, hitting him. It's almost like a scary scene. So again, I'm in defense mode. I see him coming around the vehicle, and in my head, I'm thinking he's about to come over here and attack us.
Kelsey and Megan fighting, that was a lie. You know they did that to try to free Tory Lanez because Kelsey has so many marks on her face, and it came from Tory Lanez. And when you put Kelsey's face, how Tory destroyed Kelsey's face, put it against August Alstina. Put it against all the other people that Tory Lanez have a reputation of destroying people's faces. It's the same pattern. This is the same animal that's out here. The same. You have to realize that a lot of people love to defend monsters, okay? They love to protect monsters. They love monsters. You see it all the time out here. Come on now.
Whether or not when he's coming around the vehicle, if he still has the gun.
I don't believe he had the gun.
Okay.
So like I said, I just thought he was coming over to attack us. So I stepped in between where he was coming to where Megan was, and at that point, that's when the assault between me and him happened. He assaulted me, and Quan then comes he just comes and he picks me up like a little doll. And he's like, Kelsey, they do this all the time. And I said, huh? She's bleeding. She's been shot. I don't know if y'all know she's shot. By that time, he's already to where Megan's at. So, I don't know what goes on in that driveway.
Who comes towards Megan? Is that Quan or Tory?
So initially, Tory comes,
yeah.
And that's where I stepped in, and we had an altercation. He physically assaulted me, and then Quan came and separated.
Well, you heard it right here. Kelsey was in the mix. She was in the mix. So if Kelly or whoever is saying something else, I don't believe no Kelly. I can't even see Kelly's face. Do we got a image of Kelly's face? Do we know this damn Kelly? No, we do not. I know of Kelsey more than I know of Kelly. So why would I? Hello? Nah. Did Kelly say Tory Lanez was putting paws on Kelsey? He didn't say that. No, he is compromised. That Kelly dude is just a regular dude. And regular people that don't have these big lawyers, that don't have protection, most likely they are all compromised. They are compromised. So no, he lied. He a man, ain't it? He lied. Period. Now I believe this. Kelsey, what she's saying right here, she was there and she knows.
What exactly did he do when he was assaulting you?
I mean, everything, my adrenaline was so high. I don't know if he was hitting me with a closed fist or slapping me. It was just it was a physical altercation.
Were you wearing a necklace that night?
I was, and I'm gonna go to that part too. Now Tory's in the driveway with Megan. Quan is holding me. Like I said, he's big. He just picked me up and said, "They do this all the time, Kelsey." And I said, "Huh? No, like she's bleeding. She's been shot, to my knowledge." And so I'm still in defense mode. I'm still in, I gotta protect her.
To StreetTV.
So I look up and I see the vehicle is in the middle of the road and it's on. The door is open. So my initial reaction is to cause a distraction, and I jumped into the vehicle and I threw it in jerk, and it worked.
What does that mean?
I just jerked it, made it move, made it move just to get him away from Megan. Because in my head I'm thinking he's over here gonna just attack.
So you got in the driver's seat of the car and moved it. And
I made it jerk.
Okay.
I didn't even move it. I didn't even drive or anything. I just made it jerk.
Okay.
And so when I did that, it did exactly what I needed it to do, get Tory away from Megan. And so I don't know how he got to the vehicle. I don't know if he ran or walked, but he got to me really quick. And that's when he started pulling me by my hair. He was pulling me by my hair really hard. And again, I wasn't afraid for my life when the incident was going on with Megan. I was in defense mode. But then I became afraid for my life when he started pulling my hair and my neck, because it was really, really hard. That's when.
And that's sad. These men out here putting paws on black women and the black community defended. Clearly, they like that type of crap. Okay? He's not the first one that does it. And black community have a reputation of protecting men that put paws on women, men that hate women. They uplift them up, and that is just the dang reality of it. Now, people are saying in the comment section, well, why didn't she say this on the stand? If you cannot tell, Kelsey was off that day. She didn't say nothing on the damn stand. She let you know through so many signs something ain't right. She's off. That's why she didn't tell the truth. But her on the stand versus this, it is day and night. Here she is honest, she is open, she is vulnerable, she is letting it all out. On the stand, she's guarded, she's angry, and she's giving 1-2 step. Something is off that day. I don't know if Tory Lane people threaten her or whatever. But right here, you can hear clear as day. This is the truth. This is the real right here. If you have a discernment spirit, you can pick apart lies from truth. This is what it is.
The necklace.
When you said he pulled on your neck, what do you mean?
He was almost I didn't lose my breath, so I wouldn't say choking, but he was pulling my neck and my hair. And then so here comes Quan again. Quan he's in between us, but Tory has a good grip. He's not letting go. So it's kind of like tug of war at this point with my head and body, and I'm scared. And I kind of dumb myself down just to get him to let me go. And I said, Tory, what are we doing? What are we doing? And when I said that, he released. He let go. And so now Megan is standing. We're all standing at the front driver door.
Did you see how Megan got to the front driver door at all?
I can't tell. No, she just hopped, walked. I can't tell you, but she was there. She was standing at the front driver door, and Quan, they're just get in the car. We didn't have a pushback about getting in the car because we're in the middle of nowhere. At this point, we don't know what to do. We honestly didn't even think about calling 911 at this moment or anything. It was all a blur.
Now, did you have on long nails that night?
I did. My nails were broken off.
Okay.
That was during your
with
fight
the
with Tory?
altercation with Tory,
Okay.
correct. So now we get in the vehicle. Quan gets back in the driver's side. Tory gets in now replaces Megan's seat. So he's in the front passenger. Megan gets in where I was sitting, which is now behind Tory. And now I'm behind Quan.
How is Megan looking at this point? Is she crying? Is she upset? Is she scared? Anything? Can you tell?
Megan was, I was screaming, I was tripping. I was having a panic attacks. Megan honestly was very calm. And that's what made me think that they had a conversation in the driveway where I don't know.
Okay.
That's my assumption, but she wasn't in distraught.
Okay, so to me, honestly, I feel like my whole perspective on this case is kind of changing a little bit on Kelsey. I think Kelsey has the one with the most sense, you know. She got played by both of these individuals. From what Kelsey is telling me right here, and how Megan Thee Stallion was so calm afterwards, and how Megan Thee Stallion was trying to cover it up. And Kelsey just wanted the truth to be told. And she didn't like all that, you know? Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, I have no idea why Megan Thee Stallion was so damn calm. And she said, the bodyguard said, you know, Kelsey, just leave it alone. They go through this all the time. Tory and Megan go through this all the time. And that's sad that Tory is putting pause on these girls. And these girls are allowing it. It's a dysfunction, you know. And Tory definitely need to be locked up forever because he is a beast in these damn streets. To be putting paws on people and pound people. Now he need to be off the American streets. Off the American streets. Off the American streets. But let's continue on.
I'm distraught more than her out, you know, and sorry, that just upsets me.
It's okay.
No, it's okay.
You know, I can get tissue, or if you need a break, just let me know, okay? Let me see if I can get some.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right, so Kelsey is crying. And EBI, I already told you the reason why she didn't say it on the stand because she was compromised. Somebody threatened her. You know, you better be quiet or you're going to get this money or something. She was compromised, but she let you guys know. She got on the stand. Everybody said she was angry. She didn't say nothing. She forgot everything. She let you know something is up. She wasn't being honest that whole thing. Duh. You know, it's come on. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Have a brain. Have a mind. It was clear as day. She was not honest on nothing on the stand. Here, she's honest and she's vulnerable. Bam.
Sorry, we don't have tissue, but hopefully the paper towels will work. Get something done.
That's all right.
I was going around and just no one's at the
Sorry.
That won't happen again.
And like I said, Kelsey, if you need a break or anything, a moment, or if you want to just get through this one.
No, I just want to get through it.
Okay.
So you said Megan appeared like calm. You were distraught. Let's take it from there.
So she's like, Kelsey call Ferris, which is, you know, co-manager, manager, person that's with her every day.
CR, you asking some stupid questions. You really are. Clearly, you live in a different world. You know, most people take calls from their abusers. CR is really out of here. Out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. They think that, you know, people do not take calls from their abusers. How many times have a man cussed you out or put paws on you or somebody you love and they took a phone call from that individual? Press 1 if you've been through that or you know through that in that situation. Press 4 if that's just nonsense. Y'all need to stop the cap. Hell, I've took calls from somebody that did me wrong. That's somebody that cussed my behind out. I did take the call, okay? Because if I ignored his ass, he was going to come for me. And I feared that, so I took the call. Shit, sometimes I was not in my right frame of mind, and I took back abusers. Hell, a lot of us have. So please don't come with the bull crap, acting like, well, why you gonna do this? Why you gonna do that? Why you talking? Why you asking questions? Why your ass ain't blocked yet?
Sorry, I want to make sure I didn't lose my train of thought. So we're driving down. We were heading home, which was like at the top of the hill.
You're listening
I
to
guess
StreetTV.
he made a U-turn or took another road off to where we ended up back on, I guess, Sunset Boulevard. And I don't know where we're going. Just driving. He didn't really, we didn't really have a destination. But I believe I did say we need to take her to the hospital. So Megan, she says, Kelsey, call Ferris. I had already tried calling Ferris. We had bad signal, so it didn't go through. I had sent a text to her security. I sent a text to her security at the time.
Is that Justin?
That's Justin. And because they weren't answering the calls, so I think I said help 911. Tory shot Meg, or.
Do you still have that text?
I'll have to go through my old phone and.
I'm going to show you a photograph here. If this is a document entitled Text Message Justin Edison. Just take a look at that.
I believe that's it. I'll have to look at my old
Okay, but that looks like the message that you sent.
Yeah, I don't think it's edited or anything.
Okay. So, you said, help, Tory shot Meg, 911.
Right.
Okay.
Mind you, I didn't even know that there was already a call that had been made. So I sent him a text. I think I texted Travis Ferris. I think I texted him. I know I dropped him our location. And I also sent a message to my mom, and I was like, help. Just frustrates me because
that has to be so scary for any woman to go through. You in the car, this guy is cussing you out, calling you all these degrading names, telling you he's going to put paws on you, he's going to pile you. Then he piles your close friend, your best friend, and he's grabbing you by the neck. And then your best friend is just cool and get in the car. That has to be frightening. That's some demonic. That's demonic, and that's crazy to me. I'll be frightened too. This is very traumatizing for her. She don't know what way to go. Boy, oh boy.
I was really hurt. If they just make it seem like it's mentally nothing. I sent a help message to my mom.
And when you say you were hurt, you were physically hurt, mentally hurt?
I didn't even realize I had bruises, but my adrenaline was so high. When I say hurt, I mean emotionally.
Yeah.
Were you scared
I
too?
was scared,
What were you scared about when you were in that?
I don't know. I just was scared, everything that had just happened,
Somebody, y'all asking some strange questions. Why did she make the diss track? I'll tell you why. Because Carl Carfer, 1501, got in her mental state of mind and said, this is how the game is to be played. If you down, if you want to get her back, we'll pay you money to make a diss track on her. This is how the game is to be played. The music industry is very wicked. It's very demonic. And they wanted her to be on their level. And frankly, she took a piece of the bite. But Kelsey, that's not her. She's not a rapper. She's not a diss person. But Carl Carfer, 1501, and all those men, they lured her to go low. Because they wanted her to be on their level in lowness, low vibration. That's why.
Do you remember what you texted your mom?
I think I still have the messages. It was on Facebook Messenger. Because my mom, she's an Android, so like she's always on Facebook, so I knew she could see it. I think I also sent her a help message.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we're driving, and I also had made a phone call. Nobody was answering, and it was the person at the time that I was talking to. I made a phone call to him because I knew he'd pick up, and he picked up, and I let him listen to everything that was going on. I just had the phone. I told him, hey, like, this just happened. I need to stay on the phone, you know.
So you had your phone on an open line where
it was an open line.
Basically he could hear what was happening inside the car.
Correct.
And why did you do that at that point?
Because, again, I was scared, and nobody had answered our calls. This is the only person I knew, just in case.
Yeah.
I don't know what's next. So, anyways, Megan had her leg on me. I still never had looked down at her foot, or if I did, I don't recall seeing her injuries or how damaged or whatever she was. I'm in distraught. So Tory is like demanding, like, shut up, like Kelsey, shut up, you know. And the police, we're driving down the street, and the police, you know, they're coming. The policeman was behind us, but at that point, I don't think they knew this was the vehicle they were looking for. So Quan pulled over, or let them go by, and they went by. And now we're getting to our last, you know, the final moment. Now the helicopter's over the vehicle, and all the cops are behind us, and that's when, you know.
And you can hear that the sirens are going.
Sirens are going.
Is Tory singing?
Pull over. He is. He was saying things just like, please, y'all don't say anything, please.
So you see, he was begging for his life. Please, y'all don't say nothing. Please, y'all don't say nothing. Please don't say nothing. Please. This is the moment where black women should have came together and brung this nigga down. Y'all have to know how to play the game. This is chess, not checkers. This was the moment. Black women should have came together and put him down. Black girls, throw your emotions to the side. Get out your damn feelings. Get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Throw his ass to the wolves. Because you see what they doing to black women every day in the real world, in the streets, in the hood, on social media. They don't care. Now, I want to know, do y'all think they should have thrown his behind to the wolves at this point? Press 1 if you feel like black women at this point should have came together and threw him to the wolves. Press 4 if you feel like, nah, you know, they should have, you know, we got to protect these black kings, and, you know, the cops going to do them extra wrong. Shit, they do you extra wrong every day.
I'm about to sign a big deal or something, and like I'll give both of you guys $1 million each. And I believe Megan's like, huh? You know, we're like, what? But that was the end of that. I will be very honest. Megan's, I don't know. I feel like they had a conversation either at the driveway or at the bus stop. I don't know where it happened, but she was very calm. Mm-hmm. She wasn't upset. She didn't seem upset with him. I was confused because I'm like I'm distraught, yeah. You know. But her demeanor was very like she was okay. Like
Maybe
I
she's
really
in shock.
Maybe she was in shock. I don't know. I can't really.
Yeah.
I don't know. So now the vehicle's pulled over. The cops are demanding us to get out. I believe they asked Quan to get out first, then Tory, Megan, and then me, if I'm not mistaken.
Was that scary?
It was very scary, and it's humiliating and
Yeah.
embarrassing. I've never have been to jail, never have been to cuffs, never have been in anything like that. They actually, you can see the TMZ clip, they actually have me spread my legs super wide.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at.
And, I honestly, I feel sorry for Kelsey. I feel like Kelsey has been pressured in every which way. If you have a group of people and the person that got popped say, please don't say nothing, then shit, what are you to do? You want to, man, I don't know what to do. Could you imagine you in a car with your cousins and your cousin boyfriend got into it with her and he ended up hitting her and the cops pulled y'all over and she said, don't say nothing. Please just shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. When the cops come and they question you, what do you do at this point? You want to honor your cousin, even though, girl, that is a hard place to be in. That is a very hard place to be in. Comment, let us know. What would you guys do in that situation? Would you call, if I run the situation again, you in a car, your mama or your sister or your cousin get into it with her boyfriend, he put paws on her, y'all get pulled over. She look at you and say, don't say nothing. I beg you, don't say nothing. We do this shit all the time. Don't say nothing, and blah, 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 blah. Now, when the cops talk to you, are you going to tell the truth what you seen? Press 8 if you going to tell the truth what you seen and you going to snitch. That's what they call it. Press 10 if you're not going to snitch and you're going to honor your sister, mama, cousin wishes. Press 10 if you're going to honor. To be honest with y'all, I want to sit up here and tell y'all I'm going to tell the truth. But depending on what cousin it is, and I'm scared of some of my family members, I might just be like, man, I don't know what I don't know. But I tell you one thing, I'm not ever going to hang out with that cousin again. I'm never going to, because first of all, you put me in an uncomfortable situation. If that's how y'all get down, I shouldn't have to witness this. You don't disrespect me. I'm not with that dysfunction. But let's go.
The clip. You can, it's the clip is there. You can hear me like, okay, I'm saying okay. Once they come, I think it was a female officer that put me in cuffs, and I told her, I verbatim, I said, please don't put your knee in my back. This is when George Floyd, that whole situation happened.
This is right after that, or close in time to that?
This is
That's
very recent.
Okay.
And she's like, she assured me that it's okay, from there, I guess
You're listening to Street TV.
handcuffed us. We didn't say, I honestly, like I said, my adrenaline was high. If they asked me about injuries, I wasn't really worried about myself at that point. I was worried about Megan, so I didn't even care to speak on myself, which I almost regret. They take Megan. She's sitting on the curb. They have me here on the opposite side, Tory and Quan. And I'm not sure what she did. Well, I now know what was disclosed, but at that point I didn't know. Ferris arrived. By the time he arrived, they were wheeling Megan off, I believe in like a wheelchair or a bed. I can't recall. They put her in the ambulance, and they took us, to...
Did you ride an ambulance with her?
No.
Separate car?
I was in a cop car.
Okay.
I actually went to the jailhouse. And again, I thought that was a normal thing to do. Well, with this situation, I didn't know if I was supposed to be in an ambulance or anything. I don't know the rules. So they took us. They put me in a room. They came in, took pictures, if I'm not mistaken. I honestly don't recall them swabbing my hand for any residue or anything. And
You don't recall it happening, but it could have happened. You just don't remember.
no, I really don't, like, unless, because I don't know how that works, what the swab part is.
Yeah.
I don't even remember them disclosing that they were about to swab me, and I know that I would remember that unless, again, I had very high adrenaline. Maybe that part, I don't believe they swabbed me. Just, that's my knowledge. I know they came in and took pictures. So stayed over. They took us, I guess, to a room. Asked if I wanted to say what happened, and I just did what I know in situations like this from movies and stuff. I just asked for, I was gonna get a lawyer. So the next morning, 8, they released me, and
So it was like 4 hours later or that you didn't spend the night at the jail, right?
definitely spent the night. Well, I mean, I was there all night.
It was that same night though.
Oh yes,
So then you got released like
that
after
morning.
several hours that morning.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Correct.
when you get released, at some point you make a trip over to the hospital, correct?
So when I get released, they released me and Quan together. And outside of the jail, Quan said, he made a comment and was like, money talks or something similar to those words. I don't know.
Did you have him elaborate on that, or did you ask?
No, I didn't ask. I was confused. He also said that Tory was trying to protect me, and I said, "Protect me from what?" He's like, "You'll find out later." Like, everybody was playing mind games with me. I don't know what's going on. His friend, Quan's driver arrived. Your friend arrived, and he was like, "Man, why would he was like, why would he like?" He was like, I can't believe he did that. He asked if I was okay. This is Tory's, I think, best friend. I don't know his name or friend. They were just all associated.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding. That's a lie. You should have said, if Tory was trying to protect me, why did he put paws on me? If Tory was trying to protect me, why would he tell me that hurtful stuff in front of her? If Tory was trying to protect me, why did he pow my best friend? That is traumatizing to me. You don't understand what that does to me emotionally, how this will always be a scar in my life. How was he trying to protect me? This man have messed me up physically, emotionally, spiritually this night. That is no protection. If Tory Lanez was really trying to protect Kelsey, first of all, let's rewind the tape. Coming into the situation, he would have never revealed that he's been sleeping with both of them at that time. He would have pulled her off to the side on another time, on another date, and he would have revealed, hey, I have not been honest with you. I have been messing with your best friend behind your back. And I just want to be honest with you. He wouldn't have done it at that time. If he wanted to protect Kelsey, he would have never cussed Megan out in front of her. Even if Megan and him, that's how they get down. To protect her, he wouldn't have her even saying that or be a witness to that. Protecting her, cussing him out, he was not protecting her. Tory Lanez, he is a selfish person. That is his character. That has always been his character. He's a very high-tempered, angry person. He don't protect nobody but himself. That was baloney. Kelsey comes off very naive. Kelsey, you come off very naive and gullible. Do I think Megan Thee Stallion was the best friend for you? No, I do not. No, I do not. And I don't know why you kept on being up under her, allowing her to treat you the way she did. I don't understand. But you seem very gullible and naive, to be honest with you. And I'm gonna continue to play.
He asked if
You're
I was
listening
okay,
to StreetTV.
and I'm just like, yeah, I'm still kind of in disbelief and shock. I called Megan's manager, and I was like, hey, can somebody come pick me up? Actually, I texted her security, or I called him, one of the two, and he said, call Jilly. So I called her, or texted, I have to go back and see, and She came immediately. I went to her house. She gave me a pair of changed clothes because my clothes were ripped from the altercation. Discarded them in her house. From there, I asked her, like, how was Megan? Can I see Megan? We went to the hospital. I sat outside the hospital. I was not outside the room or anything. I was actually outside, sitting in the car on the street. Okay. She said that Megan couldn't have guests. So I thought that was accurate. I thought that was true. And I'm still sitting in the car. I received a call from a jail. Didn't think that it was Tory because I actually knew somebody in jail, and he had called often, and I would answer his call. And so I just thought it was him because it was normal for him to call early or late. So when I answered it, it was Tory. I know in that call he did ask where Megan was, and I believe I told him in the hospital. I believe he apologized.
And what do you think he was apologizing for?
I mean, everything that unfolded that night and the incident. Which, that was that. And
he was apologizing for pound her. That's what he was apologizing for. He was apologizing for putting paws on her, I didn't believe the apology, Kelsey. He was really not. He was just saying he apologized so you can keep quiet. This man does not care, and he's not sorry. He will probably do it again and probably end both of y'all. That's how these men get down out here. If he could do it again, he will end you and end Megan Thee Stallion too. He is not sorry. That's what these niggas say. They say whatever they think is going to sound good, but it's all lies. All they do is lie. Lie, lie, lie. That's it. And she's so gullible. And I don't understand why Megan Thee Stallion is mad at Kelsey. The only thing I can think of why Megan is mad at Kelsey, because Kelsey was the one that leaked it out. Kelsey was the one that told people the truth, that Tory did pop Megan Thee Stallion. Kelsey is the only one that came out, sorry to cough in your ear, with a full confession of what happened and what's going on. I haven't even heard Megan Thee Stallion really tell like Kelsey told in this story. I seen her interviews, but Kelsey right here, it's like it's just her, and she's just speaking her truth. I didn't really watch Megan Thee Stallion interviews, to be honest with you, but I believe Kelsey, and I believe this 100%. I can tell she's telling the truth. But let's continue on.
I mean, I never got to see Megan since then.
Yeah.
You didn't see her at all since she went to the hospital?
No. Did
you talk to Megan at least over the phone or by text at some point?
Later on in text messages, we did talk. She had finally texted me. But, this is somebody that I was with for years, day to day, every day. I know her. Like, that was my best friend. I knew her like the back of my hand. I honestly still feel like I know her like the back of my hand. Nothing's really changed. I'm somebody that, I know everything. I'm the first person. Her team's going to make sure I'm right there. Kelsey doesn't leave Megan's side. That's how we operate.
Right.
So when I just, I kept asking, can I see Megan? I actually went back to the house. Can I see Megan? Can I see Megan? I'm still checking for her. Nobody's kind of giving me any information on it. So I kept blowing it off. I was like, okay, maybe I can't have guests.
You're listening to StreetTV.
Desiree, Rock Nation. She told me that Megan was going to be down for a while, almost a year. And I believed it.
What do you mean she's going to be down for a while? What does that mean?
Like injury, out of commission. Okay. I believed it. Mind you, I'm at this house. This house is big. I'm by myself. I'm still in shock. I had never even experienced PTSD, but I knew that day when I went back to the house, it was started to hit me.
Yeah.
So I had nobody with me. So I did ask, can I, hey, I might go back, you know, if I'm considering going back to Houston while Megan is healing, because they had already told me that she would be down, and they wouldn't let me go see her. So, or they said she couldn't have guests. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to consider going back to Houston until she's healed, and then I also need to go seek, you know, treatment, make sure I'm okay. I had bruises all over me. My body was in pain. My back was hurting, which I disclosed to them. I said, so I'll let you know a date and a time to book my flight. So I actually ended up booking my support to come out to LA to be with me at the house. So I didn't need my flight anymore. But no sooner can I send that text, they had a flight booked for me like 2 hours later. Mind you, Megan had just asked me to get rid of my apartment, so I had like all my stuff there at the house. So me and Desiree Pettis, she communicated with me. I said, hey, like I have a flight in 2 hours. No, nobody told me, like, and I don't have, like, what am I supposed to do right here? Like, my stuff. And she tells me that it's best that I find a rental in Houston, or just find a rental. LA is dangerous right now. That house isn't safe to be at, you know. So I was like, okay, so just to be clear, you're telling me I need to move. I need to move after I just made an immediate move down here. Like, mind you, this is all while I'm confused and hurt and, like, you know. So I'm having to deal with all this, and I can't even just kind of try to get my mind right. So, you know, so she's like, yes. And I'm like, okay. So I said, well, can you at least rebook my flight for a different date? Like, just let me try to get help me move my boxes and stuff. I had heavy stuff. And they said, okay, just let us know what day you want to leave. And the driver that had arrived, we actually were supposed to have, we had other obligations. So a driver just appeared, thankfully. And he actually helped me get all my stuff out of that house. And I went and I booked a hotel. And yeah.
Did Tory try reaching you after the shooting?
He did.
What happened?
So the first call came through Quan, if I'm not mistaken. And he was whispering. And I'm like, who is this? He's like, big head. Stop acting like you don't know who this is. So, I believe those are the words he said.
Big head? What is that?
Big head. I don't know. Like I said, we've never met, or like we've never had that. So I think, I don't know.
But you think it was Tory whispering to you on Quan's
No, it
phone?
wasn't. It was definitely Quan.
Oh, it was Quan was talking, okay.
Yeah. And basically he was just like, he had our stuff. I guess our suitcases and things had been released to him. And
I gotta interrupt this. I just want to say thank you, Yana, donating $11 to our Cash App, Pink Lips 500. Y'all feel free to donate so I can give me something to eat. You know, Pink Lips 500, or donate if you want to support the channel. But let's keep going on.
He had our stuff. You know, let's make arrangements to pick it up. And so I was okay to meet with him to pick my stuff up because, like, I have to go back to Houston. Every piece of item that I had, I needed, you know. And he was like, what was the other? I'm trying to remember his full. I believe that was really it.
And this was, the next day, or when was this?
Honestly, I would have to look back,
okay.
And it wasn't far from that date.
Yeah.
Don't lose train of thought.
It's okay. It's a long day. You had a life.
Yeah, I know.
So he'd asked you to go pick up, if you wanted to pick up the stuff.
The suitcases, yes. So, I dropped him, you know, my pin to my hotel. I believe this is the communication with me and the security guard. And I want to make sure I'm being accurate with that.
When you say the security guard, are we talking about
Or
Quan?
the driver, Quan. Sorry. I really don't know what the role was. He was
It's okay.
everything.
If it's easier, we can refer to Quan as Quan versus, like, you know,
Okay,
Justin
Quan.
as Meg. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And so he came. He actually asked me to come to a studio location. And I said, no, I don't feel safe doing that. He's like, why? Like, you act like something's going to happen. And I'm like, you know, I just don't feel safe doing that. You know, we're not friends, you know?
You're listening to StreetTV.
When they came, it was Tory Quan, and it was another individual. I don't know who he was. I think he was Caucasian, if I can't remember. Prior to me actually going out to meet with him, I did, you know, I updated my sister and I said, hey, like, just letting you know this is my location. You know, I was still taking safety precautions because I was scared still. And I got in the vehicle. Quan stepped out. Tory was driving. And, well, I'm not driving. He was on the driver's side. It was parked.
And this is outside of the hotel?
This is outside my hotel. And in that car, he was like, Kelsey, you know, he was very apologetic. Mind you, this is somebody, me, Megan, and him. We were all friends up until that night. Mm-hmm. So although I was scared, and I still was like, let me hear him out. Mm-hmm. You know, this night, it was a night gone bad. Mm-hmm. Alcohol was involved, and I know he regretted it. Mm-hmm. And so he was just apologetic. He said, Kelsey, you know, she attacked me with my artistry. That's what really bothered him, and that's what he put emphasis on. And I said, Tory, but you're wrong. You know, like, you're wrong. I made sure I made him aware that he was wrong.
That what he did was wrong.
What you did was wrong. Like, why would you pull out a gun? Like, none of this is okay. You know? And I told him, you know, I'm not okay right now. Like, my mental state is not okay. I have injuries. Like this is not right. You know? I said, Megan is shot. She, you know, or injured, or she's in the hospital.
Did he ever apologize to you?
Tory? He did apologize to me also. And he's just like, you know, he's being very apologetic just for the whole situation. And I'm just like, you need to apologize directly with her also. I didn't know he had. At that point, I didn't know he had sent her messages. Me and Megan hadn't spoken. I'm reaching out, you know, this prior to, I want to rewind. Prior to me even taking that meeting, it was like her team, they were treating me very weird, very strange, and I didn't understand why. I was reaching out to her team, you know, I'm asking them, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm staying in the hotel. And finally, I think I sent, like, a long message, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, me and Megan should be moving as a unit. Like, why am I being kind of pushed out? Y'all told me to move. Where am I supposed to go home to? Mm-hmm. Megan had asked me to get rid of my apartment, and that's what I did. Mm-hmm. You know, I've always had my own things, own stuff, always pay, you know, so she asked me to get rid of it, and I did. And so I finally sent, like, a text, and it was just like, this isn't right. And Megan finally had called. I think they kind of sensed, like, Kelsey, you know. Mm-hmm. And she's like, Kelsey, find a place to stay in Houston. I'm going to pay it up for a year. And I said, I said, Megan, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. She said, I'm going to be down for a year. Like, Kelsey, I'm like, I can't walk. And I'm like.
Was the idea when she said she was going to pay for a place for a year, it was a place for also her to call home base in Houston?
No.
Okay. It was for you.
For me.
Just because she asked you to move, so she felt responsible that you didn't have a place and wanted to get you a place back in Houston.
Right.
Okay.
I never asked them to give me a spot. They did this voluntarily and for a year, which was not normal, you know, because we're supposed to move as a unit. Mind you, I had also found out that she had left to New York. I guess she caught a jet. So I was just confused. I was very confused. Like, I'm still here in LA and y'all are What's going
I
on?
felt like you're just in the dark.
I was very much in the dark. The people that I talk to every day and I'm with every day, and I would all get.
So what do you guys think? Kelsey said now Megan team is moving funny towards her, and she's out in the dark. You know, shoot, coming from Kelsey, I'll be out in the dark too. Her and Megan and Stallion, they were in a relationship. They were not lovers, but it was a relationship where Megan Thee Stallion was the provider, you know, and this is what Megan wanted, and this is what Kelsey wanted, and she didn't mind Megan providing for her and having, you know, the houses and stuff. This was her life. This was her career, you know, making sure her best friend Megan Thee Stallion was all good. And since that night, things have changed. And the only thing I can think of, Megan is mad because Kelsey blew the whistle on this. Kelsey was the one that snitched. That's the only reason I can think, because they said Megan Thee Stallion wanted to keep it quiet in the beginning. I have no idea. What do you guys think? But let's continue on.
Immediate updates on anything had shut me out. I didn't understand why. So anyways, and
Let's go back to Tory.
yeah, I'm about to get right back into that. So anyways, he in to sum it up, he was very apologetic. I told him, you're wrong, like, for what you did, like, this is not okay. And he said, Kelsey, like, what can I do? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What can you do? And I guess his lawyer, Kylie, per him, has said that he goes, can I invest in a, or do you need a job? Do you want to work with me? And I'm like, huh? Why do I need to work with you? Tory, I'm sorry, but no, I don't want any correlation with you. And he said, do you need me to get you a lawyer? And I said, I don't need you to do anything for me, Tory. Like, why do I need you to get me a lawyer?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, can I, you know, what's something that you want? What's something you want to do? Like, do you want to invest into a business? And
Let's give a shout to StreetTV. StreetTV is in the building. And StreetTV, you come out with some credible stuff. I definitely subscribe to StreetTV. Everybody, please subscribe to Oh, hell, what did I do? Please subscribe to StreetTV. I did put his credits down below, but he does great work, great content. I just want to take this moment out because if it was not for StreetTV, we would not be streaming this right now. If it was not for StreetTV, we would not be having this conversation. So I appreciate your StreetTV, and please keep bringing the videos. All right, and StreetTV got the pow pow. I'm not playing a pow pow over here, but if you want to hear the pow pow, StreetTV YouTube channel got the pow pow sounds. All right, let's continue going.
I'm like, huh? He said, Kelsey, like, you know, like, basically, you know what I'm saying. You know, his, per him, Sean Holly advised him to word it that way. And I told him, you know, no, like, you know, no, I don't need anything from you. And he's like, okay, well, just think about it and just let me know. And so at the end of that, he asked for a hug. And I said, I didn't want to hug him.
What did you think he was trying to accomplish by making that offer to you?
I don't know if he was just trying to right his wrongs for what he did to all of us and me, of course.
She's so damn gullible. The reason why he needed you on his team so he can use you as a pawn. He does not care about you, Kelsey. Just because people do stuff nice to y'all, y'all always think they care. No, no, no. They want to use you as a pawn, Kelsey. Come on. How could you be that gullible? If he ever cared an ounce about you, all the cussing out, all the putting paws on you would never happen. He disrespected you by even arguing with Megan Thee Stallion. It's disrespect. No. How do y'all feel about this? Why do you feel that Tory Lanez was trying to pay for Kelsey lawyers? Why was he trying to get involved with her so tough? Because Megan Thee Stallion closed the door on Tory Lanez. Megan Thee Stallion closed the door on everybody that night. She closed the door on EJ. She closed the door on Tory. She closed the door on everybody that night, and she isolated herself. And maybe she had to do it for her mental health, you know? Sometimes it just happens like that. You know, you go through something so traumatic that changes your perspective that you just want to shut everything down. And another thing I can think of too is, Kelsey, you got drunk that night. If you supposed to have my back, ain't no way you supposed to be getting that damn drunk if you watching for me. If you watching over me, then you can't be that drunk. That's irresponsible. What am I paying you for? If I'm flying you all around the town and you're going to parties with me and you're blacking out and you're getting drunk and I'm getting wasted, nah, I don't need you as a friend, okay? Because I need a friend that's going to be like, nah, too much drinks. We're not doing that. Before it get to the point where I'm so drunk, I'm not listening to nobody. You know? I think she's been overdrunk on the job because, Kelsey, your job is to watch Megan Thee Stallion. Nothing in life is for free. So you on the clock 24/7, and this is what you signed up for. To be her assistant, to be her everything 24/7. Nothing in life is free. And you're getting blacked out on the clock. Shame on you. But let's continue on. Megan is a grown woman. That may be the case, but she paid for her best friend to watch over her. Everybody is grown, but we all need the police to pull us over when we're going over the limit. There are rules and regulations to this. Just because you're a grown person, what does that mean? Okay, you reached the age of over 18. That's all that is. But you still need somebody to correct you or to hold you back or to help you or to hold you accountable.
I don't want to assume anything, but I mean, I don't know if that was his way of, he don't want to pay directly for injury.
When he offered you all these things, was it over the course of just one conversation, one meeting, or was it the course of like over several texts and phone calls or anything like that?
It was over a course, for sure.
Over texts, phone calls, do you remember?
I believe a phone call, yeah. And
somebody said you have the responsibility of oneself. That is wrong. If I'm paying you and you're staying with me to assist me and to watch over me 24/7, you're responsible of me. If I have a bodyguard, they're responsible of my protection. If I have a cook, they are responsible for feeding me meals that I like and that are healthy for me. We all have a responsibility. Your responsibility is just not to yourself. If you live in the neighborhood, you have a responsibility and a duty to your neighbors. You have a responsibility and duty to people in America if you live in this country. You are citizens. Act civilized. You can't just go out and just do what you want to do. You are lawless. Lawless. And it needs to be corrected.
phone call and a text.
Do you remember if you still have that text?
When I tell you that phone, I have to go back and literally go through everything. It's like powered off.
Yeah.
You still have that phone?
I do.
Okay. So don't delete anything just in case. Go over it.
Okay.
All the things we talked about. You know, when they want to ask you additional questions about it. Now, over the course of like the phone calls or texts, when he's offering you these things, does it occur over several months, or what are we talking about here?
All the way up until I think you guys finally picked up charges on him.
Okay.
And then he stopped reaching out?
Then it stopped.
Okay.
And then you stopped having contact with Meg at some point, right?
So yeah, with Megan, and so okay, with Megan, yes, she, and I have these text messages also. You know, she asked me. She says, "Kelsey, do you want me to include you in my statement?" Prior to that, she had told me, "Don't," you know, she didn't want me in the media. And I said, "Megan, like, I need you to protect me in this because they're saying that I probably shot you. They see a TMZ clip is circulating. People are threatening me. People are threatening my mom. People are threatening my family."
When was this, would you say?
This was once everything broke onto the internet.
Why was it saying that you shot her?
Because they seen that me and Tory had, I think the article came out that me and Tory were detained and Megan was in the hospital, so it just made it look like.
Oh, I see. The optics sort of looked like
right.
that.
So then she had texted me, and she was like, "Hey, do you want me to include you in my statement?" And I said, "Please, you know, I would be thankful for that." And I said, I can also get me a statement typed up by my lawyer. At that time, I had got Dawn for my physical injuries that Tory did. So no sooner could I say that, she had already made the post on Instagram. And when she made that post, there was no protection. She just pretty much said that she said that I have the screenshot. She pretty much disclosed events without really disclosing everything. But just as my best friend, she could have said something in the words of like, that would have protected me. She left me in the hot seat with them. After you just texted me and asked if I wanted to be included in the statement, you still put out a statement without me, you know?
What the statement said? What was the gist of that statement?
Can I see my phone?
What she say? Did she say she was shot?
And what she said was,
Kelsey, I need you to have a backbone, Kelsey. Kelsey, I need you to be a lion in this world. You need to set boundaries and let people know you are not to be played and toyed with. And hopefully your husband would do that for you. But I don't like this, Kelsey. You know, I don't like it at all. And to think you friends with Carl Crawford, right? Now, wasn't Carl Crawford hanging out with Tory Lanez? Now, Kelsey, you should have said, "Carl, this man put paws on me. How dare you, hang out with this nigga? Come on, Carl. What's up?" But, Kelsey, in this industry, they do not care about black women. In the hip-hop industry, they hate black women. They hate black women. How many times do people got to tell you they hate black women in the hip-hop culture? Okay? They only degrade them and see them as freaky objects, and that's it. And they're going to keep on playing on her situation. But let's go. I just had that in my head. I wanted to speak out.
oh, that's the sequel to the video she did. I have it, but and I want to verbatim. I want this statement because then this is when everything, all the assumptions against me really begin. She basically had said, I want to find the actual statement. Sorry.
No, take your time.
You're listening to StreetTV.
She getting the paperwork. But
keep going without me.
Okay. I know I have her status. Basically, she made an Instagram post. Where is it? Oh, no. Maybe I'll just have to Google it.
If you get me the gist of the statement too, it's probably something we can find. It's something that she posted.
Allergies. That's all it is for my sneeze.
Oh no, that's okay.
Okay.
So the gist of it was that she, no, because the wording, the way that she worded it is very important.
Do you remember? It was an Instagram post.
It was an Instagram post
that she posted, right?
Statement Instagram. Yeah, I wouldn't have no Wi-Fi. Oh man, that.
I mean, I know that there was a long-winded, not long-winded, but a longer statement that was posted on Instagram.
There's a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Miss Wilson, please don't come in here spreading misinformation. That is
No,
false.
I haven't.
Kelsey did not
Okay, right
pow
here.
pow Megan.
So,
Spreading
We found the
misinformation.
statement.
Okay.
do you want me to read the full statement?
Sure. Well, if you want to talk about specifically what part of the statement.
So basically her statement, mind you again, this was immediately after she asked if I wanted to be included in her statement. And I said yes, because that would protect me, at least put me in a position where people know I didn't do nothing to her. She said the narrative that's being reported about Sunday morning's events are inaccurate, and I'd like to set the record straight. On Sunday morning, I suffered gunshot wounds as a result of the crime that was committed against me and done with intention to physically harm me. I was never arrested. The police officers drove me to the hospital where I underwent surgery to remove the bullets. I'm incredibly grateful to be alive and that I'm expected to make a full recovery. But it was important for me to clarify the details about this traumatic night. I'm currently focused on my recovery so I could turn back to my life and back to making music. And her caption was, I was never arrested. This whole experience was an eye-opener and blessing in disguise. I hate that it took this experience for me to learn how to protect my energy. So when she did that, mind you, people had already knew me. We were together. People had seen us, celebrating I had just came back and to LA. So she had made a post celebrating me. And so the public automatically realized she didn't include me in that statement, and they began to tag me, and like you shot Megan, and people kept, you're going to jail. I hope you rot in jail and die. They were saying all kinds of crazy things. So I made it, I'm not an experienced, she has a team. I didn't really, so I made a little post, and I said, I want to clear up the rumors that I shot Megan. I want to clear up the rumors that I shot Megan. I was not the one with the gun, and I would never do something like that. But I was present. I don't know if that was the best thing to say, but she was like, Kelsey, why?
No. If you was going to say anything, Kelsey, you should have said, I did not pow Megan Thee Stallion. Tory Lanez dead. I seen it with my own eyes. Period.
Why would you say that? And I said, what do you mean? Like, you're not protecting me, like I have to say something. And she's like, that's not the way to say things. And I'm like, well, what's the way to say things? Because...
Well, Megan, if you want her to say things a certain way, you need to protect old girl. You need to have her a lawyer or do something, because she's lost out here. You were the one that she went to with everything. You were almost like her goddamn godmother. And then things happen, and then you cut ties with her. She's lost. She's gullible. You know she's gullible. You know she's naive. Hell, she needs help. She needs guidance, clearly. And she's going to gravitate any strong person that seems like they have the best interest in her, which would be a lie. And she's going to follow their lead because she's gullible and she needs direction.
You tell me you don't want me to speak on it, and then now you're telling me this isn't the way. Like, what's the way? Like, let me know the way.
So it seems like there was discord, if you want to call it that, between you and Megan about how the information was coming out. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair to say. That's very fair. And so,
You're listening to Street TV.
So I'm like, I don't know anything but the truth, Megan. And she's like, so I'm upset. I'm upset because she didn't clear my name. Like, that's my main reason with Megan. She never protected me, never defended me. She made this all about her, like as if I didn't suffer with her. So it put me in the seat with the bad guys, you know?
Yep.
Never not once cleared my name. Mind you, she had no reason to be upset with me because at that time she did not know that I had met with Tory. She didn't know this, so she had no reason to treat me anyway or.
That meeting with Tory was innocent anyways, right? It was to get your property back.
Right.
And
to get my
turned
property
down
back.
his requests.
And exactly, there's no ill intent.
Right.
I can be very truthful. I have nothing to hide. All these things, like, it's gonna come out when it's supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm not here to get on the internet and tell every detail.
Yeah.
That's what she doesn't understand.
Yeah.
So, we went back and forth a little bit in text messages, and I can share those messages too. I'm getting threats. So
Are you getting threats? Are you talking about from the public?
I'm getting threats from the public. I have been approached in person.
By people in the public?
That's why, I've honestly been in isolation since this has happened. Events that I had to attend just because they were paid, and sometimes, it takes me out. You can ask him. It takes me, an hour or more to get out the car before I go into somewhere, because I don't know what people think of me. People think I took hush money. People think, because this is what she's put out there. And it's even though this guy is the bad guy, I guess, she has done a lot of damage to me by what she does on the internet.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, it's not fair because I didn't betray her. So, anyways, so she was like, she had demanded me to finally get on the internet. Kelsey, I need you to get on Instagram and say this. Say what happened to you and say what happened to me. By that time, I had got Don, my lawyer, and he told me, no, you're not playing social media games. She's not pressing charges. Because, like I said...
This was before the case, he'd been
right.
arrested for filed on the case, yeah.
Right. Mind you, her manager had her disclose to me that she was not going to press charges on him or anything. So I thought it was okay. She's not mad at him, whatever. But,
why she not pressing charges on Tory? Why she not pressing charges? The only thing I can think of, because of the culture they're in, no snitching culture, and it was best that the state took him down than her. But it's sad that we live in a culture where black women cannot hold black men accountable. If a black woman called the cops on her man or her boyfriend for putting paws on her, everybody would demonize the black woman. Well, you stayed with him long enough. Oh, when he put paws on your ass last Tuesday, you ain't have a problem with it. But now he put paws on your behind Friday. Now you got a problem with it. What's the difference now? He been going upside your head this long. Oh, because he out with Felicia now. You just mad because he out with Felicia. That's why you did that shit. Whether that motivated her to do it this time or not, he did a crime. And people don't realize it is a crime putting paws on somebody. And they need to be held accountable for all the crimes they have done. But let's continue on.
It wasn't until she believes her Tory's team was putting out statements through social media, making her seem like a drunk, making her seem all these things. That's what upset her. And that's what finally made her get on Instagram. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't be here.
And put out the truth about that her getting shot. Okay.
Correct. So she demanded that I get on Instagram and do the same. And my lawyer said no. He said no, you're not doing social media games. He's not pressing charges. So you don't have to be involved in that.
Yeah.
We're handling your situation now.
Yeah.
You let her handle hers the way she wants, and we're going to handle this how I advise you to. So I informed her of that. She said, Kelsey, that's bullshit. You got a lawyer now? That's bullshit. She didn't believe me. And, at this point, I'll have to go back to the dates, but I have finally, told her, I said, Megan, I need to tell you, I need to talk to you. And I disclosed to her that I spoke with Tory. And she was like, he's just trying to play with you. Like, he's just trying to play you. And so finally, after I told her I wasn't getting on the internet, she was like, well, how could you meet with somebody? And, and I said, Megan, like, I'm trying to obtain, I have the messages. I can, like I said, I can provide when I go back to my phone. So she thought I was lying. She said there was bullshit. Like, oh, now your lawyer's telling you don't do this. That's bullshit. So I'm like, you're reaching out to me. I'm realizing this is disingenuous. Mm-hmm. It's not genuine. Mm-hmm. We're pretty much going back and forth, and I'm telling her, like, I'm still speaking to her. She's like, how are you arguing with me in private? I said, this isn't an argument. This is a conversation. Yeah. We're having a conversation.
You're listening to Street TV.
So finally, I believe we stopped communicating, and then she took it to Instagram Live, and she made a video. And this video just added more fuel to the fire. She's on there, and she's like, I wouldn't, for no amount of money, would I change on, she made it seem as if I had to hush money. Correct. Okay. So I sent her a text, and I said, I don't know why you're bashing me on the internet. I said, I'm not sure why you're bashing me on the internet. I know you're hurt, and I'm also hurt. I said, but my intentions are to never, like, go on the internet and bash you. Mm-hmm. She didn't acknowledge it. She kept on with her internet. Like, they were just trying to make me break on Instagram, on social media. Yeah. Come out and finally just blast everything. It took a lot for me to not do it. She had her friends, they were saying things on the internet. Oh, you took hush money. That's how you got your chain. I had got a pendant that has my dad's death day on it. Mind you, this pendant had already been purchased way before. It just finally became ready around this August of that year. This pendant was purchased like in March, April, May, July of 2020 or June 2020 okay. Or before that. So her friend, and we were all friends, so I know how Megan operates. This was basically something she approved for her to post. Oh, now you're delusional, you stupid bitch. Yeah, you must have took that hush money. That's how you got your little chain. It was a lot of evil things in that message. And
so it sounds like your friendship completely.
Oh, it was over. So if you ever thought I was now going to get on the internet and say anything for you, that's over.
Well, so, this is a question that's going to be asked when trial comes around. And it's a question we want to ask you just so we can clear the air on this. Are you telling us what happened in that night, as you tell us now? Are you telling all of this to protect her or to get back in her good graces?
Oh, not at all. My purpose of me speaking my truth is just to... I know this is obviously it's like a never-ending thing, but I just want to free myself from this. Yeah. I tried to free myself a long time ago, but every time you turn around, she's making a song about me, making a diss track about me, talking about me. And see, that's the other thing that people don't understand. They think that we fell out behind Tory. It's not true. This had nothing to do with that. I'm not mad at her. I mean, of course, now it's like, damn, like my best friend that how could you do that to me?
Yeah, this is all because of the aftermath of the shooting.
Exactly.
And how it was presented.
That's why I'm so upset, because one, you didn't protect me. Yeah. Two, y'all were on the internet doing all this. Three, you called around Houston telling people that I took hush money and not to talk to me. Like, you're really trying to make people not like me. You know what I'm saying? For what? I was really a good friend to her.
You think she was really upset that you wouldn't put out a statement to back her up on the internet, and then she felt that the only reason you would do that is because Tory paid you off. When in reality, your lawyer was advising you not to do it.
And she knows that because my lawyer also made contact with her lawyer at the time, Alex Sparrow, and asked for her to stop. And they said, well, why won't she make a statement, And he told her, well, your client's not pressing charges. My client doesn't want no involvement.
So my other question to you, and again, I think this is something that will be asked on the road, is once the case was filed, I know we didn't get to talking to you until today.
Right. I just didn't want to.
Why don't you tell us where your
I just didn't want to be involved. I didn't want to voluntarily put myself in a situation, and this girl's not backing me up at all. She's not here for me. She has made it real hard for me in real life. Why? You're not protecting me. You're not doing nothing for me. Let them let y'all do what y'all have to do. I'm never running away from it or I'm ready for the facts to come out, and
that's the way they should get, not on social media, not piecemeal.
Not on social media. She has done a lot. She had made a dish. I'm not a person that likes to do the social media back and forth, but this has made me do it, and I hate that because that's not my character.
Yeah.
Mind you, I have run a business, so I can't just always do things like that. Sometimes I don't even like to go around people because I don't know how they feel about me. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I don't even present myself as Kelsey because, oh, you're the girl that took hush money. I've had people come up to me, right? I don't go to grocery stores. I've been to a dollar store and got pinned in a corner. People come up to me, you took hush money. She has made it real difficult. And why?
Yeah.
I didn't betray you.
Yeah.
She's putting the word out that I betrayed her. That's not true. It was obviously the other way around. But
this trial will be an opportunity.
All right, so I gotta say something. I don't know. Nicole Harris, I love when you ask me questions. Nicole Harris, can you email me? I need your number. I don't know. I like your vibe. Email me your number. We need to talk. But Nicole Harris said, wow, Megan didn't want to press charges, so Kelsey didn't feel the need to tell the truth. And she at me. I think that is right. And Nicole Harris, in a perfect world, okay, we all tell the truth. We all want to have high integrity or morals or values. But in the hood, hell, they don't tell the truth. They're not going to talk to the cops. They don't snitch. And then you think, well, hell, you're not pressing charges, so what am I doing? You just trying to put me in a line of fire. So Tory Lane people could come for me and look like I'm trying to come for Tory Lanez. And who's going to protect me? So at the time, everybody has to protect themselves. And don't forget, we are in a world where misogyny and the patriarchy is very live and well. So if you come against a black man in this culture, you're going to be demonized. Even if he did wrong, if you tell on him, people are going to have it out for you. It's going to be horrible for you. In this culture, if you ever snitch and be honest and told what a black king or what a black man did to you or what they did to somebody or how they broke a crime up, you will be demonized. So, hell, she was like, well, shit, you not pressing charges, so what am I doing? What am I doing? No, I'm not just going to go to the police and just tell the truth when people going to come after me and my life is on the line now and I have nobody to protect me. My world is lost. So I kind of understand what she's talking about, but let's keep going on.
For everybody to speak their truth.
To finally speak the truth, and that's what I'm happy for. And that's the other thing, now I'll be able to really open up and help the public because now they're involved, understand why me and Megan are friends. Yeah. She's not going to hold herself accountable. She doesn't ever hold herself accountable to things.
And Tory needs to be held accountable.
And he needs to be held accountable too, both of them. And like I said, we could have went home that night.
Yeah.
We were on our way home. But she demanded the driver to take us back. And it wasn't because of a sandal. Tory was with Kylie still. Yeah. That's the real reason. And I forgot to even throw that part in. That just made me remember. She had tried to get me mad. She was like, Kelsey, he wants to stay with Kylie. I'm like, okay, let him stay with Kylie.
That didn't bother you at all?
No, I was way past this person.
Yeah.
Megan had actually...
You're listening to Street TV.
Asked me, Kelsey, can you and Tory...
And this proof fact right here. Kelsey had no feelings for Tory Lanez. Kelsey had no feelings for Tory Lanez. Kelsey didn't like Tory like that. Hell, initially, Kelsey didn't even like Tory. It was Megan Thee Stallion. She wanted Tory, so she got her friend, go ahead, hook her up. Because, in my opinion, I feel like Megan feel like Kelsey is better than her. As far as in the looks department, she's more prettier than her. I feel like in her mind, she's short. You know, I think, some tall girls have insecurities because the world make tall girls be insecure. Hell, you are the prototype that a lot of these men want. You pretty and you short. Hello? Hey, would you I'm going to dangle Kelsey in front of him, see if he snatch. And he snatched. Okay, now let me get your ass out the way. Give your ass a flu. And she had the flu, but Kelsey didn't care about that man. She only entertained him because of her best friend. And, I'm not saying Megan Thee Stallion ugly because she's not ugly. But a lot of ugly friends do this shit, okay? They will be friends with a pretty person so they can get more attractive men in their circle. Because you know that if I get a pretty girl, I know she gonna drive the pretty niggas. And the good looking niggas and the niggas that got the money, she gonna bring them our way. And he gonna have friends. Hello? Okay? And he gonna have to, one of his friends, we go on a double date. He gonna invite one of his friends and shit, I may look the fuck up. Okay? And if she don't want him, maybe I can get the leftovers. Okay? I seen ugly motherfuckers do this shit. They do it now. But anyway, let's continue on.
Like, she wanted me on him, like, to talk to him. And then she was like, Kelsey, I want y'all to just keep it as friends because we might do business and I don't want that to interfere, and I respected it.
Yeah.
I'm not a person that's like, oh, no, I respected it.
Yeah. And
we just kept the friendship, and that's it.
Okay.
But now when I look back at everything, it was other reasons involved.
Okay.
So no, I wasn't just like, me and Tory's involvement has nothing to do with that night. It came out because he obviously tried to throw her under the bus and turn me against her.
Right.
That was not the issue.
He was working the social media side as well.
I don't know how true. I mean, I don't know, but probably so.
Yeah.
They were putting out false narratives. Oh, Kelsey was bitter that night. And the other thing is, I don't know, like, my truth brings in Kylie Jenner, and I don't know if they disclose these things. I don't think they want to because it's better to say Kelsey was the bitter best friend versus saying Megan was upset that Tory and Kylie, it's just more better, right? Okay, well, if I have to be the bitter best friend, fine, but there's still no right for all of this to be going on.
Okay.
And then with Megan, it makes sense now because she told you guys that the argument started between me and him, if I'm not mistaken, and that's false. So now I know that I was pushed out because she did not tell the truth initially. Put it on me, which is fine, but I feel like that should have been a mutual thing. Like, Kelsey, I need you to just say this instead of just blaming me. That's not right. So,
I think there's a lot of things that not everyone is privy to. When the trial concludes and when everyone testifies, there's certainly a lot of things that have been kind of leaked piecemeal out there, and some things are absolutely not true. Some things that I think still doesn't give everyone the whole picture of everything. I would say, just like everyone else, you always want to reserve any conclusions you have about what other people are saying. Even Meg, I know it's hard, but wait till the end of the trial, and then you'll get a sense of where everyone's at, and then This
is the opportunity for everybody. They're going to take an oath to tell the truth, and they're going to give their full.
I don't even think they'll tell the truth under oath.
Well, as long as we just when you're up there,
I mean, I'm telling. I have nothing to hide or lie about, even if it's something that makes me look bad. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think I understand why it's hard for you to, when you hear some of the stuff that Megan might say, to feel offended by some of the things that she's not including. But I'll say that, like I said, wait till the end of the trial. There's a lot of things that she's told us that's not out there. Okay. And just like everything you're telling us, it's not just going to be out there. That's hope, certainly.
How does this work? Because
how it works is we are under a discovery protective order.
Mm-hmm.
So the discovery in this case, interviews of witnesses, any evidence in this case is disclosed only to the parties that need to know, which is prosecution and the defense. So there's always stuff that gets leaked a little bit. Some of it's there's a grain of truth, but there's other stuff that's not included. A lot of other stuff that's not included, and that's deliberate because this case has to be tried in court, and that's it.
Excuse me, should we further this conversation on or off record?
That's fine. This is just to explain the discovery protective order, so it's fine.
my other concern was I'm somebody who is very accessible because my business, like what I do, it involves me to be involved, you know. So that was my other thing, is just like this. I don't know how concerned anybody else is, but for my safety, I'm very concerned.
Okay, and we'll have a discussion about safety concerns off the record because we have to go into more details about your lifestyle or things like that. Mm-hmm. We have to make accommodations or figure things out. That's something we'll do off the record, okay? But I think for your purposes, just so you know, we are in the home stretch. It doesn't seem like that because it's been going on for so long, but we are, and all the truth will come out from every witness in this case to some degree. And so I think... you know, I know you have strong feelings about what happened, as you should, and everything you've said to us today makes sense. I think, you know, we want to make sure that there's some resolution for everyone involved, you included, not just Meg. Hopefully, you know,
You're listening
the
to
jury
Street TV.
sees the evidence, and hopefully there's accountability with respect to Tory, but we want resolution for everyone involved, including you, okay? But that won't happen until after the trial's done.
It's understandable. I'm just ready to move forward. And
Kelsey, and
still
let me
fight
just
through the
say
media.
we're so appreciative that you came out today and that you spoke to us. And I know it was hard to dig up these memories, but I appreciate, you know, you wanted to be accurate and you wanted to get everything right, and you're taking this very seriously.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't think Megan knows. Like, I never not wanted to not tell the truth, you know. But she has made it so hard for me.
well, and the best time to do that is
It's
at the
right
trial.
here, right?
Right.
Or yeah, like social media.
Yeah.
I hope Megan is hearing this. And comment, I want to know, do you guys wish that Megan and her ex-best friend Kelsey can get back together in the future, like they can be cordial or they can be friends in the future? Press 1 if you want these two black women to be friends or cordial or peaceful in the future. Press 1. Press 5 if you feel like no, they should never ever talk again in life and just let it be over with. How do y'all feel about that? I'm going to press 1. I would love to see them be friends again. You know, I really do. I still feel like the love is there. Whew. I don't think they should be best friends, but and Kelsey, you got a husband. Don't bring your husband around Megan Thee Stallion. Do not bring your husband around Megan Thee Stallion, and Megan Thee Stallion, don't bring your husband around Kelsey. I don't think Kelsey wants your nigga, but you know what I'm saying. Y'all need to leave these niggas alone. All right, well, comment, let us know. Oh, they said she married to the ops, so hell no. Okay, 555. Well, let me know. Okay, so another question is this. The next live, should we do Shanquella? Next live, press 2 if you say Shanquella. If we want to do Kelsey next live, the recap and where you guys call in, press 10. What live should I do first? Shanquella live or the recap live where you guys call in? I'm going to do both lives today regardless. I just need to know what live should I do first. Comment, let us know. The 2 or the 10. Shanquella 2, the recap of Kelsey 10. All right, it looked like Shanquella is winning, so it looked like we're going to do a Shanquella update. It's a lot going on, and later on tonight, early evening, we will recap about the Kelsey statement case, and that live will just be you guys calling in, voicing your opinion. indifferent and all right? So can we please get the likes up? We are begging for likes. I enjoy y'all. I thank you. Thank you, Street TV. And I'll see y'all on the next live.